Only bulls rushing. Don't rush in. We're up against resistance. Don't be ridiculous. And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Bitcoin analysis video. Now, as far as Bitcoin is concerned, guys, nothing much has really changed here. Now, yesterday, Shawn had an amazing video giving you guys some excellent levels as to, what does Bitcoin need to do to get all the way up to $42,000, okay? He made it very clear. Now, I noticed that a lot of you did not get notifications on that, and I wish you did, because not only does he tell you about these levels, but he also shows you guys how exactly to come up with these levels all by yourself. That way you are not relying on anyone else. As traders, it is a liberating feeling to have control over your own TA. Okay, you're not relying on someone else. So what I'm going to do for you guys today is that I'm going to play back Shawn's video from yesterday. Okay, that way you guys get his golden nuggets. Now, for those of you who watched that video, don't X out, because I do have another golden nugget, another piece of confluence that I found on Bitcoin that could give us an earlier signal for the next pump to the upside. So definitely stay tuned for that. So now with this, I'm going to let Shawn take over.
Alrighty, some really important and interesting things going on with Bitcoin at the moment, considering that TradFi is imploding at the moment, Bitcoin holding really well, and everything we talked about pretty much playing out to the T. So in today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick update, and I'm going to give you guys the key levels you guys need to be watching for the big win, right? Now, there are some short-term, mid-term opportunities on Bitcoin that are playing out as we speak, but the big win, guys, the move to $42,000 to actually $50,000 particularly is only gonna happen if we take out some key levels I'm gonna give you guys in today's video. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with the dashboard. This is October 3rd. This was yesterday. What did we talk about yesterday? We said that, hey, Bitcoin has a short trend on the 4-hour time frame, but look at the big picture. We said there's bullish divergence over here, right? And I gave you guys a quick explanation how to use lower time frame bullish divergence on your higher time frame. Then on the Discord, right after posting the video, I went and showed you guys what I would be using as my higher time frame support, considering we get that bullish divergence playing out, right? I said, hey, by the way, guys, in today's video, I discussed a really powerful trick for our bullish divergence on high time frame support. This is what I would use personally. Now, why did I do it this way? Why did I give half the answer on Discord and the other half of the answer on YouTube? Well, it's because at Mango, we don't just hand things out to you guys on a platter. We aren't like those other call channels. What we want you guys to do is put in the work and learn. That way it sticks in your head. So that way you don't need us in the future. 1-2 years from now, you're going to be checking in on me and saying, hey, Shawn, everything you taught, man, I've been using it in TradFi, in Forex, and it all still applies. And it's amazing that I don't even need to check your channel anymore. And that's going to break my heart a tad bit because I miss you guys. But at the same time, my primary goal over here is to make you guys self-sufficient, right? I'm going to constantly be learning, and I'm going to be constantly teaching you everything I learn. But at one point, you're going to be like, you know what? I'm good. I'm living the Mango life now. I'm stress-free. I don't need to waste my time on these goddamn YouTube videos. So put in the effort, learn today, so you don't need me in the future. That being said, what happened with Bitcoin? Well, we did see that bounce. In fact, we're seeing that bounce play out at the moment. So now the bullish divergence is gone because it's played out, right? The 4-hour though is still short. The 12-hour is still long, and the 12-hour is a barometer for our bullish/bearish mindset on the short to mid-term time frames, right? We've been using this ever since the beginning of this year. The 12-hour trend is going to be our barometer. It'll keep us safe in the direction of the current short to mid-term move. As soon as the 12-hour flip long, right, that was 5 days ago, guys. As soon as the 12-hour flip long, we're like, okay, we cannot be short-term bearish. That being said, guys, the 4-day and the weekly, the high time frames, aren't where we want it to be just yet. Telling us that, hey, on the short term, on the mid-term, you can be bullish, but on the longer term, for the bigger Mango stress-free move to 42,000, we aren't there just yet. We aren't there just yet, right? So what are we looking for? What were the key levels you're looking for Bitcoin to actually claim for that big move, to get ready for that big move? Well, the first level we have already claimed, which was the Mango dynamic over here, which now, by the way, guys, has ticked up to 27,046. Go ahead and note that down. If you don't have access to the Mango dynamic, right, go ahead and note down the new weekly level. The top of the Mango dynamic is coming at around $27,046. Oh, and remember, guys, this level dynamically adjusts itself to the trend. So every time price changes, this level may get an update. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe and the notification icon so you guys are keeping up to date with the new bid opportunity, or exit trade if this level updates. Now, I'll keep updating you guys on this level every time it does tick up, every time it dynamically adjusts to the Bitcoin price trend, to the perfect trend. You can see this has caught the trend perfectly. It's telling you when is the best time to stay with the trend. As soon as we lost it over here, it kept you out of the trend for those 5 weeks that Bitcoin did nothing, right? Allowed you to free up the capital in case Bitcoin did break down, because hey, TradFi is freaking imploding. Why is Bitcoin not imploding, right? Well, that is the big $1 million question. When Bitcoin gets to $1 million, we'll all know the freaking answer. And now we can see that Bitcoin has reclaimed this level over here, right? So it adjusts our bias back to the upside. But remember, we don't have everything just yet. Yes, we've claimed one of our major levels, which is the mango dynamic on the weekly time frame, 27,046. Again, go ahead and note that down. But what else were we looking for, guys? We're looking for the Tenkin on the Ichimoku. Now, this is something you guys all have access to. Now, we are using mango settings, and if you guys don't have the mango settings, go ahead and join the Discord, and I'll give you access to the mango ribbon, which is the indicator, an all-in-one indicator that has all the mango EMAs, all the mango moving averages, as well as the Ichimoku settings that we use. And the reason we made this indicator was to allow all of you who have the free trading view to have access to multiple indicators on one chart, right? Because I believe trading view gives you guys only 1 or 2 indicators max allowance. So the mango ribbon will give you guys multiple indicators all in one single indicator. So the first level was the mango dynamic level right over here that we talked about, right? 27 and 46. But the confirmation level, the level that gets us all excited, is a weekly close above this Tenkin right over here. What number, what dollar number is that coming in at? $28,300. Go ahead and note that down. If we get that weekly close above, guys, I will be looking for that big move to $42,000, that edge to edge trade on the Ichimoku, right? That's the mango trade, the stress-free trade, but we aren't there just yet, right? Stay easy, stay mango, and wait for that confirmation. I will give you guys an update when we do get that confirmation, so make sure to hit the subscribe and hit the bell notification icon.
All right, so now pause. It's cool, huh? You know you want it. No, you can't have it. It's mine. But all right, so let's talk about these levels again. Now, $28,300 is a very important level. I agree with Shawn in that regard. The Tenkin historically has been a very critical level for Bitcoin, but I do believe that we could get an earlier signal on a bullish tilt for Bitcoin, and here's what I'm looking at. Now, a couple of months ago, I brought up this combination setup using the Bollinger Band and the MACD on the weekly time frame, and the signals it has given us has been very, very, very good, very profitable signals. All right, so now I'm looking at this combination setup once again. Now, what we're looking for over here to give us the next bullish tilt on Bitcoin is I'm looking for price to live over that midpoint right there on the Bollinger Band. You see that red line swinging right through, right, running through the band? That is the mid of the Bollinger. All right, so we're looking for price to have sustained closes over that midpoint plus, okay, and that's why it says this is a combination setup, plus the MACD giving us a bullish crossover. Right, so now what I have done for you is that I have data spanning all the way back to the 3K bear market, okay, which was 2019, and I've gone ahead and marked out every instance where Bitcoin has given us the signal, essentially price living over the Bollinger mid plus, okay, plus the MACD crossing bullish. All right, so we had the first instance right here in March 2019. What did price end up doing? That was a beautiful, very aggressive run up from around 4K all the way to $14,000, which is a good 248%. But at the very least, guys, you notice that price gets all the way up to, well, the top of the Bollinger Band in that range. And the top of the Bollinger, even that range alone, as traders, we want to capitalize even on these ranges, right? That was a good 26% just on that range, from the mid all the way to the top of the Bollinger. Now, once again, when was the next time we got the same setup? This happened on Jan of 2020. Okay, and you can go ahead and plot out even the bullish crossover. So we got the bullish crossover in the MACD right here in March of 2019. We got another bullish crossover right here, okay, with price living over the Bollinger mid. Once again, where did price run up to? Top of the Bollinger Band, okay? At the very least, that is your minimum trade to the upside. That too was a good 24% to the upside. All right, now the next time we did that was right after the COVID dump. Now, once again, we actually got a bullish crossover on the MACD, all right, with price living over that Bollinger mid right here. Okay, this happened on April of 2020. We had sustained closes over the Bollinger mid, and that marked the initiation of the next markup phase for Bitcoin. That's what took us all the way from around 7.8K all the way up to $60,000. But the minimum, guys, the minimum, what is the minimum that we're looking at? From the midpoint all the way to the top of the Bollinger, which is a good 40% to the upside. Then the instance after that we got the same setup was in August of 2021. This is when Bitcoin was in that massive consolidation range from around $60,000 going all the way down to $30,000. This is the $30,000 range. That's wild. Okay, but that was that $30,000 range. And once Bitcoin actually took out that Bollinger mid once again, okay, this happened in August of 2020. In addition to us taking out the Bollinger mid, essentially living over the Bollinger mid, we also had a beautiful bullish crossover on the MACD. Once again, where did that take price up to at the least? At the least, guys, we're looking at the top of the Bollinger, which is a good 60% to the upside. I mean, as traders, a 60% range is a very, very profitable range. And you guys can see just how well this combination setup has worked, right? Every time we have the bullish crossover in the MACD plus price living over the Bollinger mid, that has marked the next run-up phase to, at the very least, the top of the Bollinger Band. Right now, once again, when was the next instance where we had sustained closes over the Bollinger mid plus a bullish crossover on the MACD? This happened on Jan of 2023, Jan of this year, right? That was us getting out of that 15K, 18K range. Now, once again, we had a beautiful bullish crossover right here. The crossover actually happened like much ahead of time. That was the first sort of signal. This happened in August, actually, of last year. Yeah. Plus, as soon as price actually took out the Bollinger mid, notice what happened. That started the uptrend for Bitcoin, right? That's when Bitcoin was sitting at 18.5K. So far, we haven't visited 18.5K ever since we broke out of that region. Now, once again, at the very least, price got up to the top of the Bollinger Band, at the least, which is a good 30% to the upside. Right? At the most, just on this uptrend alone, all the way to the 30K high, that was a good 70% from when price took out the Bollinger mid. Now notice, last week's close actually closed ever so slightly over the Bollinger mid. However, this candle has yet to close. What we want to look for here is confirmation. All right, at the very least, 2 confirmed candle closes over that Bollinger mid. Right? And also notice the MACD. Remember, it's a combination. We want to see both trigger. So if we get that intersection on the MACD plus price living over the Bollinger mid, that is likely going to give us the next signal on price continuation to the upside. Okay, at which point, at the very least, we're looking for Bitcoin to get all the way up to, what is this? Around 31.4K. Okay, now that is at the very least. We could see trend continuation from there, because at that point, we would have taken out the Tenkin, right? Plus the weekly dynamic, plus the 4-day dynamic, all of those levels that Shawn has been showing you guys now for the past 2 days, we would be living over all of those regions. At which point, guys, that move all the way up to the top of the cloud, that 42K target that Shawn is looking at, becomes a high probability trade setup. So now the level that we're looking at on the Bollinger Band, for those of you who want to take note of it, that's coming in at around $27,969. Okay, so that could be the initial tilt for the bulls. Now with this, I'm going to let Shawn take over and give you guys a summary. Play.
So let's go ahead and summarize everything we talked about. We had 2 levels, level 1 and level 2. All right, level 1 was $27,050. Bitcoin is currently living above this level, so we have a tick mark there. Level 2 is $28,300. Bitcoin is currently not living above this level, so we don't have a tick mark there. We have an X mark there, right? Once we get both of these, that's when we can get really bullish, right? Wait for the weekly close on this one, guys. A daily close, in my opinion, will allow you to build that starter position, but not get into a full position just yet, all right? Again, wait for the weekly close. Okay, now if we get that close, all is well and good. But what if the opposite happens? What if Bitcoin actually goes and closes underneath level 1? Well, in that case, I'll be looking for further downside, at the very least to this key zone over here, guys, right? Perhaps even lower to around $21,000 to $19,000. The key zone at the moment is coming in around $23,000. So if we lose $27,000, it's not good. It's not good, all right? So if we lose level 1, we'll be going to level 0, 23,000.5K. So this is all you really need to know. It's not true. There's something else you guys do need to desperately know about, and that's that Krisha's course is officially released. Module 1 is out as well. It's currently going for the early bird discount price at only $249. Now, I've told her that this is far too cheap of a price, but she insists on doing so. So make sure that you guys grab this opportunity while you guys can. The way it's structured at the moment is that every module or two that gets released, the price will be going up steadily. So I believe the next module is, the first module is already out. The next module is set to release in a couple of days. Early birds also get a bunch of other perks like being instrumental in shaping the future modules in the course, as well as a 20% discount coupon that you can use for lifetime whenever you choose on a Mango indicator or course of your choosing. And when you think about it, that kind of pays for itself, right? So if you guys are intending on purchasing any one of the Mango indicators or future courses, then in a way, this is a stupid deal. Make sure you guys take advantage of it. You can find it at themangoway.com/sprouts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.